Author Katie Davis is here this morning with 3 new books. All 3 contain both English and Spanish words. Very excited about that. But one of these books, Who Hops, Quien Salta, is also written and illustrated by Katie herself. And Katie Davis joins us this morning to talk about the books. Welcome.
Hi, Erica.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well.
I'm excited about the Spanish
Me too.
and English.
Well, you know, I've never brought Spanish and English books on before, but I'm thinking we're at the beginning of the summer, the unofficial start to the summer, and all year long I come on and I talk about literacy and how to get kids reading. And in the summer, kids get rusty. And a bilingual book is a really good way, even for older kids, even though these books are for some of them are for younger kids, it's a really good way to sort of mix things up a little bit, and when you bring in another language, whether they speak it or not, it's just a nice way to get them interested in yet another way.
Right,
yeah.
Of course. Well, I mean, I don't think you're ever too young or too old to learn a new language and really just kind of expand that. So I think that's a great point there. Now let's talk about the books. What do we have here?
Well, bilingual books can be presented in many different ways. In my book, Who Hops, the publisher actually decided, after it did well, the publisher decided to put it into a bilingual version. And this is called, I don't know, it's like a gigantic board book. And they just, all they do is they just repeat the story in Spanish.
Okay.
So it's not really integrated into it.
Right.
Whereas something like Skippy John Jones, and we're going to read from this, is actually really cute because the main character is a hyperactive child, really a Siamese cat, a kitten.
Oh, that's so
He's
cute.
Adorable.
Now, is this the one you illustrated? I'm sorry.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Judy Schachner wrote and illustrated this.
Okay.
This is the first in a huge series, really, really popular. And so basically, Skippy John Jones uses his imagination he wants to be a Chihuahua. He's a Siamese cat.
Okay.
He's not really working with
Identity
what he got, right?
Right.
But he's working with his imagination. And so he goes and he meets, in his imagination, he goes and he meets all these Chihuahuas, and he says, then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. Why the mosquito, dude? Asked Poquito Tito. I go incognito, said Scapito. Do you like rice and beans? Asked Pintolito. See, I love mice and beans, said Scapito. So he really, they play with the language.
Right.
And it's really more fun and not real. Some of the words are real Spanish, but some of them are just playful.
Oh, of course. And
Right.
we always like to add ito to everything when you're talking about something small.
Well, actually, some people think that because of that, it's racist, and it's there's kind of like a battle online about this, but it's a hugely successful book, and it's all in fun and wordplay.
Of course.
Whether, whatever words you're using, she's playing with the poetry of it.
Sometimes, Katie, you have to have fun.
That's
all
right.
Let's go with this. Let's see what you have here.
Everything's so PC. So soap.
Okay. Jabón, jabón, jabón.
Thank you, because I don't speak Spanish. So this is a great book by Elizabeth Dulamba, and she wrote and illustrated it. And it's about a little boy who is told by his mama on the first page to go get soap. She says, Hugo, please run to the store for me, his mama said, as she handed him some money. Here's some dinero. So they said, handed him some money, here's some dinero. So it repeats in the other language, and so the child can really see how it's integrated and used, and you get it from the context.
Right.
So he's going along, he keeps falling and forgetting and getting all muddy and muddy and muddy until he sees a neighbor, and the neighbor says, he's fighting with the boy, and he says,
well, you know what, Katie, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but I'm getting a wrap here, and I'm really excited, though, because, of course, Spanish is my first language.
And we were going to have you read the Spanish.
And I was ready to do that. However, we want to give you the information. You can always log on to WTNH.com and click on Good Morning Connecticut. You can find out more about Katie and
I
all
have
these
more
books, and I'm really excited.
Listed, right.
Now,